Let's start. So today we're gonna do the little quiz. So before we start with the quiz, I'm gonna do quickly with you the two simple Canvas exercises that we didn't have the time anymore today. And then after the quiz, which will take only about 10-15 minutes for you, we will have a look at levels of organization. Okay, this is also very simple. You get another little quiz about this tomorrow, just like the one today. And tomorrow I have a very nice activity planned, which is called mass extinctions. And for that, you have to watch a video at home. It's like a documentary, and you need to see it because you need it tomorrow, and tomorrow you will work in groups, okay? So that's what's on the menu for today. So let's first start with those two simple exercises. Let me share you in Canvas. So we are in week 3, characteristics of life and its organization. So today we're going to see levels of organization. It's really simple. In fact, it will only take like 10 minutes explanation. How do we identify life? I changed this activity that you have to hand it in I changed it to 23 of August. That's wrong. It should, yeah, I changed the date. You should hand this in on Sunday evening, okay? And then this is the quiz of today, characteristics of life you do in 5 or 10 minutes after we see the little exercises. And then this one is the quiz of tomorrow, okay? This is like mini quizzes. It's really not quizzes that you have to study for a lot. It's just review the content, and it helps you to see if you understood everything. So this is what we did yesterday. Let me enter in the content. Perhaps you did already, but I just wanted to do it with you quickly together before you do this quiz to make sure that everything is clear. Please open. Leonela, Vanessa, Guillermo, and Jose Roel, is there any reason why you don't have your camera on? I'm not too strict, really. If you need to go to the bathroom or you need to do something or there's somebody in your room, I mean, I can understand that you want to be alone for 10 minutes and that not everybody has to see everything that you're doing. But the idea is that you keep your camera on as much as possible, okay? If you keep it off the whole lesson, I cannot agree with that. But if you switch it off for a little moment, that's fine. Of course, not when there is a quiz, but just that you know, okay? I respect your little privacy in certain moments, okay? But don't push it. So let's have a look at this image. Okay, which one? It's very simple, in fact. You get 2 questions about this, and let's start. Ready? Or how does that start? So you have to look at the pictures, okay? You see some blood cells, red blood cells, a robot, a tree, fire, an eagle. This could be some bacteria, okay? We call this cocky bacteria. This is could be streptococcus. This is a rose, a dog, and a lettuce, okay? Salad. Okay, click on it. And then how many things that you have seen were alive? You can do this yourself. It's just anybody has an answer?
Mister, can you go back 6. Like for 2 seconds?
5. 6.
7.
Yeah, it's 7. No,
6.
I don't know how to go back. Guillermo and Jose Roel, are you there? Because you're still switched off, so I don't know if you're even actually in the class. If I know, I'm really gonna, like I said, it's fine if you're 5 minutes gone or 10 minutes at most. But if you keep your camera off all lesson, I'm gonna put you falta because it means that you were not here, okay? Okay, next question. There's only 2 questions, I think. How many cannot be considered alive? So think about what you have seen, the red blood cells, the robot, fire. How many?
2.
2?
Yes.
3, because the bacteria, which is dead.
Emilio, bacteria are really are very alive. They don't count.
But the one that you mentioned isn't dead. Like it can reproduce, but it's dead. Like
no, the picture is it could be an image of streptococcus. Streptococci is a type of bacteria that is in your throat sometimes.
Okay.
There's a alive. No, it's very much alive. So we say two. Okay. Yeah, very easy. Okay. So now I would like you to go to the quiz. Okay. So how do you go to the quiz? You go to modules here. Guillermo, are you there? Because it's quiz, so now you have to put your camera on. And for the other ones, you go to characteristics of life and its organization. And then here, it's this one, characteristics of life review questionnaire. Five little questions about this. It's very simple, okay? So I give you 10 minutes to do this.
What was the name of the activity?
Characteristics of
I'll show it again. So it's called review questionnaire, characteristics of life, this one.
Thank you.
Okay, it's just 5 little questions. It's not very literal. It's a little bit applied, the questions, but I'm sure you will be fine to do it. It's not that hard.
Mr. What is the difference between growth and development? Like, I didn't understand.
The difference between growth and development is growth implies size. Okay, you have a little tree and you have a big tree. Okay, development implies other characteristics too. So if you take a human, if you have a little girl, it's not for the little girl is not fertile yet. She doesn't have menstruation. She cannot have babies. So the development is that she becomes fertile and she can have babies. So it implies that other parts of the body or the organism mature. Okay. Think also about a baby. A baby cannot eat certain foods because the digestive system is not well developed yet. That's why we give newborn babies just milk, and we're not going to give them meat and other things because they cannot digest it yet. So that means that's development. Okay.
Thanks.
Teacher, if I finish, what do I do?
Just wait a little bit. I'm gonna check if everybody finished, and then we continue the class. Okay? Just do whatever you want.
Okay.
I think in 5 more minutes, everybody will be ready.
Mr. And this one is only one attempt, right? Or it can be more than one.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Again, please, can you repeat?
This quiz is only going to be like one time, right? Like,
What do you mean? I don't understand the question. What do you mean with
no,
what time?
I saw instructions. No.
No, it's you get like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, something like that. It should be enough. Okay, we're still waiting for 3 persons, Jose Roel, Maria Fernanda, and Arturo. How are you doing?
I already finished.
Okay. But it seems everybody did well, almost. Jose Roel, just you missing?
Yeah, I had internet problems.
Teacher,
Okay.
I already finished.
Yeah, I see everybody finished except Jose, but he had some internet problems, so he gets a little bit more time. Give you, but we can continue anyway. Okay. Okay, let's wait one more minute and then we continue. Okay.
Take es took, ¿no? O take. O igual take.
Took. Say took. Okay, let's continue. Don't forget to do this activity for the weekend. It's not really hard either. It's just you have to take two things to identify what is alive and what is not alive. Have a look at it. You can see it's an individual activity. I don't think it will take you 50 minutes to do this. You write down some characteristics and you do some matching here, and that's basically it. Okay. Don't forget the references, and you should be fine. So back to the module. The topic of today is the levels of organization. So let's go there. Okay, it's very simple, in fact, but it's important that we do this because the science, the level of organization is not only to divide biology in different parts, it's also different levels of study and different professions, as you will see. Okay, so basically, this is how we divide things. Okay. The first one is the atom, okay? It's the smallest thing that exists in the world, at least if we don't take into account quantums, that would be quantum physics. The atom is the smallest thing. Of course, it's part of biology, but of course, if we talk about atoms, we're talking about what?
Cells?
Science.
Physics?
No, which science are we talking about if we talk about
Chemistry?
atoms? Chemistry, of course, yeah. So atoms is the chemistry level. You will have chemistry in third and fourth semester. So on the atom level in biology, we don't do that much. We start on the molecule level, okay? Molecules is basically some atoms together, okay? You have big molecules with hundreds of atoms, and you have very small molecules with only 3 atoms, like water, for instance. H2O is only 3 atoms, and it's a molecule. Molecules are very important because, especially in biology, molecules can become really, really complex, and we're going to see that not next week, possibly, or the week after in biomolecules. So which kind of science is on the level of molecules?
Molecular engineering.
Yeah, biochemistry, molecular biology, yeah, organic chemistry as well. Okay, so that is a thing, different things. The cell, okay, basically the cell is the smallest unit of life. Okay, that's basically what we say. We're going to study the cell in a lot of detail. We're going to see the type of cells that exists. And we're also going to see which components each cell have. You know, you already heard of some components like the nucleus, the mitochondria. You must have heard of these components, right? But we're going to see that. So we have atom, molecule, and cell, okay? So a cell is already way bigger than a molecule. Then if you take a lot of cells together, you get tissues, okay? These tissues, that's already of Salud y Sociedad, or Health and Society, is the biology of next semester. Tissue is different kind of groups of cells together that have a particular function. So we have skin tissue, which does skin. We have liver tissue, we have heart tissue, we have muscle tissue. 1 second, please. I have other disturbance. Okay, so that's the tissue level. Organ level. Okay, so if we take tissues together, we get an organ. So one organ can be made out of different tissues. Okay, you understand that? Because, for instance, our intestines have epithelial tissue, but they can also have smooth muscle tissue. Okay, so organs is like heart, stomach, liver, brain, all of this. The biggest organ we have, what is it?
The skin.
Intestine. Ah,
Yes.
skin. Yeah,
Yeah, the skin. Then we have organ system. An organ system is a group of organs that work together to do a certain function. So if you think about the digestive system, that's an organ system, but it has different organs, you know. It has like kidneys, it has liver, it has stomach, and all of that is part of the digestive system, okay, which is an organ system. Then from an organ system, if you take all those organ systems together, you get a multicellular organism, okay? Multicellular organism is like us or animals, okay? We have two big groups in the multicellular organisms, which is the vertebrates and the invertebrates, okay? We're not going to see all those classes of animals, but you know that, right? We look a little bit complementary, because the vertebrates, they have usually like an outer skeleton, an exoskeleton. They're soft on the inside and hard on the outside, and we have a hard bones on the inside and we're soft on the outside. But it's not. There's more differences, of course, but it's the two big groups, okay? Being the invertebrates, they are not so developed yet, but they're way older than we are. And then the vertebrates are relatively young if we look on an Earth scale. A population is a group of can be bacteria as well, but it's a group of organisms that is living together. So we are a population. You can also have a fish population, a bird population, a human population, but a population implies that you are of the same species, okay? So if I'm not talking about race. Race is a different thing, you know. Race is a different taxonomy, but the population is the same species, okay? A community is different populations that live together in a certain place. That's a community. So if we live here in Saltillo, we live together with the Sierra, we live in Sierra de Zapaliname, and there we have coyotes, black bears, rabbits, snakes. So in all this area, it's a community, okay? The ecosystem is taking into account the vegetation and the plant growth and the environment we have, okay? So the ecosystem is not only like a community, the animals and the organisms that are living inside it. The ecosystem is also everything that surrounds us. So it's every bacteria, it's every plant, it's every moss, even the rocks, the trees, everything, okay? The humidity of the air, everything is part of the ecosystem. So we're going to see that in the end of this course, not of this course, but of this subject. We're going to talk a lot of ecosystems. And if you think about ecosystems, you talk about desert, jungle, temperate grasslands, savanna. These are ecosystems, okay? And then the biosphere is, in fact, everything on planet Earth where life is happening. So it's about we call the dead zone. If you go to Mount Everest, more or less at 6,000-7,000 meters height, there is no life anymore. Okay, so it's everything from 6,000-7,000 meters high until the deepest fish in the ocean. So it's the whole layer on planet Earth where life is happening. Okay, any questions about this? What is interesting, guys, and I want you to notice that on each of this level, you have a different science, okay? Here you have chemistry, and the job can be a chemist. Here you have molecules. It's molecular biology, and you can be an organic chemist or a molecular biologist. Cell, you can become like a doctor, you know, doctors work on cell level, or people that work in investigation, genetics, like I did. I work a lot, my thesis and my specialty is about leukemia, and this is on cell level, okay? So a lot of investigation is happening on a cell level, okay? Tissue level, okay? You can become doctor in certain specialization in certain tissues, okay? Organ level, you can, it's also doctors, you know, basically doctors work on the cell, tissue, and organ level, and organ system level, okay? You have a nose, throat, and nose, throat doctors, you have heart doctors, you have digestive system doctors. So this is really the franquita of medicine right here, okay? Multicellular organism, you're looking at humans, okay? How many science is there about humans? You know, multicellular organism, you're talking about social studies, political studies, economical studies. It's all on the level of multicellular organism. Population as well. There is, if you talk about populations, you do basically diplomacy, you do politics, you do yeah, all this kind of population studies, no, health studies, epidemiologists, community. You're talking about cities, villages, all of this. So on each level, in fact, you have different kind of study. Ecosystem. You are also a scientist about ecosystems, biospheres, about the whole planet Earth. So on each of this level, you have different sciences and you have different professions. I think it's interesting to say that. So let's do this one together. Now we have done it. It's very simple. What is the smallest thing? Who can help me? What would be number one?
The atom.
Atom.
The atom.
Yeah, the atom. Very good. What would be number two?
DNA.
DNA, molecules. Yeah, okay. DNA is a molecule.
Then
DNA is a
themselves.
yeah, the cell. Very good. What is this? Biosphere, meat.
And tissue.
Tissue.
So if we get a lot of cells together, we get a certain tissue. Okay.
Then the brain, the organ.
In fact, this picture is a bit wrong because it has fat tissue and it has muscle tissue. It's two different kinds of tissues, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Tissue, and then we go to what?
The brain or the organ.
Okay, the organ. Very good.
And
Then the organ system.
Organ system.
You will do really well tomorrow in the quiz. Organ system. Which organ system are we looking at?
The respiratory
The
system.
Respiratory system. Then number 7.
Then the multicellular.
Then human or
multicellular organisms.
Okay, so I get the girl here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then population.
Population.
Okay, the little cats. So you can see here it's a population because it's rabbits.
no, that's community.
No,
Community.
No, we're
that's community. Yes.
okay, yeah, of course. Sorry, population. Then community.
That's population.
So community
So
implies
then community and then
The
ecosphere.
biosphere.
populations are living together, and then the biosphere, which is all life on planet Earth. Let's have a look. Solution. Yeah, I think we got it right. Okay, very simple. Second exercise. We haven't seen this yet, but I think you can do it. We can say it. What's the difference on biological level and ecological level? So biological level, you're looking at the individual. Ecological level, you're looking at the position of these individuals on planet Earth. So what is referring to the individual and what is referring to the position with the environment, you know? So a cell, is it about the individual? Is it a biological level, with other words? And
Yes.
Yes.
It's a biological level.
a population, is that a biological level?
No.
Yet.
No, it's ecological level because it's the environment, you know? It's not about the organism itself, you know? Tissue,
Biological.
biological, very good.
Biological.
Ecosystem,
Ecological.
Ecological.
okay. Organ system,
Biological.
Okay, organism.
Biological.
Biological.
Okay, guys, you're so good at this.
We're pros, we're pros.
Biological.
Biological.
Community.
And the last two in
And
ecological.
ecological. And ecological too.
Okay, perfect.
Ooh.
Okay, that's it. That's all about the levels of organization. In fact, you see, it's very short and you already get a little quiz about it tomorrow. So if you did this right, you don't have to study a lot about it. Just make sure that you get an idea, okay? Let me share quickly my PowerPoint I use normally. I can share this with you. So here you have it, okay? With a little explanation. If you want, I can share this summary to you. I think it's a nice summary, okay? Okay, here they make the distinction between population and species, okay? So a population is all the members of a species living in the same area, and the species is all the organisms that are similar enough to interbreed, okay? Okay, that's it. So to finish the class of today, I told you that tomorrow you do the little quiz about this, but I want you to show what we're going to do tomorrow. And tomorrow you're going to work in groups, and I'm going to give you an activity about mass extinctions, okay? What you see here is mass extinctions, and it's a really nice, really nice interactive platform. And we have talked a lot about how life comes into existence, but life is also very fragile. And in this activity, we can see how in the past life came to an end. And basically, life has come to an end in at least 5 big events in the past. And you can see that here with the little yellow triangles. This is a timeline, and if you go back here, this is now 0 million years ago, MYA. And if I go down, you can see how the Earth changes. Okay, you see the continents moving. If I go 100 million years ago, I go 200 million years ago, 300 million years ago, 400 million years ago. And you can click on this and you can learn what happened. It's very, very nice activity. So the first extinction we had was the Ordovician extinction. And if you click on it, you can read about what happened on planet Earth. I really, really love this activity because it shows us how fragile life is. And I want to come to one big conclusion, and I don't know if you heard it, but today we're also in some kind of mass extinction. We had 5 mass extinctions before, and we say that today we're in the 6th mass extinction. Okay, so this is the activity we're going to do tomorrow, okay, after the little quiz you're going to do. But in order to do that and to get some help, there is a video about it, a video. And so I'm going to ask you if you want to watch this documentary in the evening, okay? So this is the, I'm going to share it. I'm going to share it with Canvas in announcements. I'm going to put it, and then you can have a look at it. So this is the activity I'm going to do. So I'm going to divide you in little groups randomly tomorrow, but everybody has to see the video on this link, okay? So I will put this document in announcements so we can work together on it. It's really, really nice activities, guys. It's very fun because you can discover yourself with the application. And if you want to do it nicely, you can do it with the online version, but equally you can download the application on your computer. Okay, so by going to this link, you can do both. Okay. I do usually the online version, but I think that the application is a bit better. Okay, so I share those links with you as well. If there are no more questions for today, then we end the session right here.
Teacher, I have a question.
Go ahead.
Not from this time, is for the office.
Sorry, what time of the?
I have a question for getting the office for Microsoft. The Microsoft Office.
But I don't hear you. Which kind of office, or what are you saying? Or can you speak a bit louder, please?
The office for computer, like PowerPoint and Publisher and.
Ah, okay. You mean the program office? You don't have it or what?
No, and I want to know what is the procedure?
Maybe write me in private. I think that with tech you can get some kind of license, but I'm not absolutely sure if they give it to students. But I do recommend you, Jose Roel, in your whole prepa, you will need Office, okay? Or some kind of, Excel, PowerPoint, and Word. You will always need it. So I'm going to pass you the contact of technical support from Tec de Monterrey. If they don't give licenses for free to students, then you have to check with your parents how to get it, or even get some kind of copied version from somebody. It's always possible to find it somehow, okay? I'm sure in this group there are students that know how to download it for free. So don't worry too much about it, but I would recommend you to get it, because I don't think it's going to be very easy for you if you don't have this, because a lot of documents are shared in Word, in PowerPoint, so you have to get this, okay? Any more questions?
Okay.
No, apparently.
Okay, then have a nice morning, and we see each other tomorrow. Don't forget to watch the video, guys. Really, if you don't watch it, you're gonna suffer a little bit more. Okay, if you watch it, there is a lot of answers, and moreover, it's fun to watch. It's a really nice documentary. I think it's very, very interesting. Okay, so it's not really a task. It's for fun. You know, it's a nice documentary. You'll see. Okay, I'll share you everything in the announcements. Okay. So take care, and we see each other tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye, mister.
See you,
Thank you.
teacher.
Bye-bye.
Bye.